A lot of those stress factors can rise from people in places of leadership over us. What would you say to someone who has been in some of these environments? Is there a practical way of coping with it? Is that just part of the systemic thing that we have to battle a little at a time? Or, what would you say?
I can't wait to hear your answer. My quick answer is get out of that environment. But what would be a more therapeutic answer?
I'm going to first start by validating that. So there was a study done in London. It's called the Whitehall study back in the 1940s or 50s, where they found, and Robert Sapolsky, he's a big stress researcher up at Stanford University, and found that individuals who are in these positions where they don't have a lot of control over what they tend to do. So there is this hierarchy, right? At the workplace, the Whitehall study was with civil servants in London. And if you had a lot of superiors over you and you didn't have a control over what your day-to-day would look like or how your work would end up getting structured, they had really high levels of chronic stress. So this has been going on since the 1970s, and not just in humans. Robert Sapolsky's work was in baboons. So even within baboons, and he went and did this study in the field where there was a hierarchy that was established over there, and the ones who were at the bottom of the hierarchy, who had less control over things, were the ones who were showing this really overproduction of stress hormones. I think one answer definitely is get out of there, but coming back to systemic challenges, it's not always easy to do that. We know how hard it is to find jobs, especially in this climate. The job market isn't good. One of the things that we talk about, and this has been done within academia, which again could be a more socially isolating kind of a job, is to build your support system in and out of work, making sure that you have friends and you have colleagues with whom you can talk about this, not just in terms of venting, but even just constructive discussion about it. The second thing that had come out from the Whitehall study that had been done was really this idea about not letting work define your identity. So what they found was what got counteracted by the work-related stress was volunteering in lots of community organizations. So members who were volunteering and whose identity was not just work-related had felt like they had more control, or they felt the less of an effect of the toxic environment on their overall levels. But eventually the answer would be to get out.